Alright, Pontificator's probably a bit mixed up, but I'm not too worried about it. You guys can ignore the fact that it's going over top and looks funky. I'll worry about that later. Anyway, it was just spoiler-free. Yeah, yes it was. Okay, let's see here. Music. I actually liked a lot of the music in this game. The town themes and stuff like that were really good. Some of the area themes were okay. Some of the battle music and stuff like that was pretty good as well. Overall, pretty solid music. I was impressed. I didn't like the music too much in Mana Chimia, so I was kind of expecting more of that. That was a little bit more goofy and lighthearted, but this had a bit of everything, so I was definitely impressed with that. I'm going to go ahead and give it a 7. Graphics for the era. Again, this is something that's pretty difficult for me to rate because I'm not 100% familiar with all the graphics. The game looks good. The sprites kind of don't move all that much. I wish there was a little bit more going on there, and there's not really a whole lot. Something like Tales of Fantasia and how the sprites move and just like the blown up art of them and things like that's really well done. The characters show more emotion and stuff in that regard. And I was... Oh, sorry. I need to scroll down more. Sorry, guys. Anyway... the areas looked good, although most of them were pretty small. But the aesthetics of where to platform and stuff like that was just really, really wonky and very confusing. I could not tell how high I was at any point in time. Then you get this ability to fly, and that's even more confusing at that point. I had no idea where I was, like what part of the plane I was on or anything like that. It was very awkward. Some of the sprites, like the enemy sprites and stuff like that, were really cool. There wasn't a whole lot of them. A lot of recolored ones or just slightly additional tweaks to them and things like that. Some of the bosses looked pretty cool. But overall, the graphics were okay. They definitely weren't anything special. I think I'm going to go ahead and give it a 6 in that regard. And actually... when going back, I'm gonna go ahead and give this an 8 for music, because now that I think about it and I hear like this theme and hear all the other themes and stuff like that, I liked a lot of this OST. More than I expected to, for sure. Alright, so the story. Story was definitely better than Mana Khemia this time around, but there still wasn't a whole lot of one. It was just kind of running back and forth constantly, hoping someone led me in the right direction of where I needed to go, which is okay on occasion, but this game just, like, did it constantly. Like, everything about the progression in this game was needing to go somewhere else so that some random person could be like, ha! You need to go here! Oh, hey, that guy told us we need to go here. Now we can actually progress. And it was kind of in the form of side quests and things like that, but it was goofy overall. The characters were a little bit funnier this time around to me than Mana Khemia, but it's still not completely there for me. And you guys know that I play these games and stuff like that for stories, so I could have definitely used a lot more in that regard. So I'm gonna go ahead and give the story a 5. The characters were definitely more enjoyable this time around for me, though. So the mechanics, I don't really know too much to say about the mechanics in this game. I feel like you sit through tons and tons and tons of lectures in the game, but it still doesn't really explain how things work, or have really any type of understanding of it. With this alchemy system and stuff like that in these games in general, it seems like it just wants you to test a whole bunch of crap. And maybe that's fun for some people, but it's not exactly fun to me. I did like the unique abilities that the characters had as a whole, the skills that they had. It kind of made them feel unique, and the fact that I could switch them in at will made it for an interesting experience in the battle. But again, I didn't know how stuff worked, so I don't understand sometimes why the boss would have its skill broken. It didn't seem like I always crit when it happened, so it seemed like it happened even sometimes when I didn't crit. But all the characters were unique. I'd say more unique than they were in Mana Khemia. However, the moving around the map and everything else you do in the game was just kind of mediocre to me. Like I said, the story, it's like a little bit of side quests here and there, and the really awkward movement around the map and having to basically melee everything to absorb it and things like that. It was just, I don't know. It was a bit too much for me sometimes, but some of the areas did look cool. I could have done without the platforming in this game, for sure. And the fact that you get the flying ability so late in the game is just really frustrating, because who wants to go back to every single area just to go up and get a few items or something like that? Especially when you get there and you realize you don't really need them that much. Yeah, and the crafting in it was far more complicated than Mana Khemia as well. It told you the basics of what to do. You could fuse stuff together. You could cook stuff with people and have them make stuff. There was so many different systems implemented in the game and stuff like that. And I feel like although they were explained to the bare minimum, I did not understand what was going on or what I could build. At the end there, when I was just fusing a whole bunch of attack and speed stuff together just so I could put it on a weapon, it fused into something completely different, which I don't even know what it did because it didn't say the stats on it. All I wanted was attack and speed, but it turned into something else. So I don't know if I got that attack and speed plus something else or not, but because I didn't know what the ability did, again, it just, I don't know. 95% certain the entire reviews thing does absolutely nothing. I completely ignored that mechanic in the game. It seemed very pointless to me. The only reason that I was trying to synthesize stuff with people was because they were making new items, and maybe I could buy those items, but you can't even buy them. You have to make them. So the items that they have on their menu and stuff like that, I don't know. I barely did any of that type of stuff. It just seemed like, it seemed pretty annoying to do overall. So I'm gonna dock some points in that regard. I was gonna give it a 4 mechanically, but I'm gonna give it a 5 because of barrel. Missable quest. Yeah, you probably have to go back and talk to a whole bunch of NPCs and stuff like that. And I wish that, like, you could have accessories and stuff like that that you could equip some of the mana to, or the orbs or crystals or whatever you make, whatever they're called. So grinding. I didn't really have to grind. I started running away from most fights. I feel like this is a game where your understanding of the battle system is key to progression. You probably don't have to grind at all. But of course I didn't understand everything. But I still made it through the game. So I would say that the actual fusing and alchemy and stuff like that is a little bit of a slog. It's not exactly quick to do. Casting all of the random abilities and stuff like that to move around the map, which kind of goes with mechanics, but I'm going to put it there as well. You have to do it a lot to get around these areas, and they have long cast animations, and sometimes you're in the area for less than 5 seconds after that. Like, oh, I'm going to put this block on the ground so that I can climb up on top of it, jump over, then go to the next screen. But you spent, 10, 15 seconds watching that casting animation happen just to do that. And if you have to go through an area multiple times, then you've got that. Plus, I'm going to consider it part of the grinding rating as well as the mechanics rating, although I didn't talk about it that much. You just revisit areas constantly in this game. It's literally back and forth, 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 with not too much context. The only one that had significant context, I would say, was where Iris was buried, and the ice place where you find Pamela when you can go further back in there. The rest of them just kind of had like a random boss that was there the second time, or the third time, or the fourth time that you went through them. And it just was kind of to me. So I'm going to dock points for that for sure. I'm going to go ahead and give it a 7 overall with grinding. And that's not so much the battles per se, but there's a lot of other grinding type stuff in this game. It left a lot to be desired in that regard. So I think overall, this game I enjoyed a bit more than Mana Khemia. I liked not being forced to do certain things and create certain things and stuff like that. I liked how most of the side quests were optional. I enjoyed the characters a little bit more overall. But I'm starting to really wonder if these games just aren't my type of thing. I've played 2 now, and I'm leaning towards they're just not. However, there's plenty more to play, and maybe I'll find one that I like or one that's more my style. Either way, I'm going to go ahead and give this a 6 overall, and I'm going to check out what you guys gave it. And thanks for taking the time to vote. I really appreciate it. I've been told that they change pretty drastically. Calculator, please. Alright, let's see what you guys gave it. So let me do some math. Wow, you guys were all over the place this time around. It looks like you guys gave it a 6.875, so that rounds up to a 7. Let's see. Am I likely to replay this? No. But we'll watch extra endings that I obviously missed. Alright, so it is the 8th. Oops. It's just the 8th. It is the 8th of May. You see a spreadsheet? Isn't that what you're supposed to see? The 8th of May, 2018, and it took us 26 hours, 53 minutes, and 40 seconds. Barely under estimate. Barely under estimate. Alright, so, before the raffle, like I said, for those of you that were not here before, I got a box in the mail that says, do not open until after your 50th game review. Please open on stream. So I'm going to attempt to do that here. This is from my buddy Colt. You would have shipped it in a barrel? That would have been pretty high. Yeah, pretty high. Pretty hard to open. Alright, so just to give you guys a look at what I can see, or what I saw here. Alright. I don't want to, like, rip anything. You gotta keep this note if it was written in the blood of your enemies, Coldor. Alright. Okay, there's a letter or something. Oh, shit. Wow. This is like on cardstock or something like that. Alright! Read the letter. Okay. Dear Tony, that's me. Congratulations on 50 games in the Grand JRPG Tour. Quite an achievement. In retrospect, the past 50 games have flown by, and all we have left of it are the memories. Hold on, I'm gonna turn the audio down here. I'm gonna turn the music down a little bit. Quality paper, yeah. Spared no expense. Yeah, like I said, quite an achievement. In retrospect, the past 50 games have flown by, and all we have left of it are the memories. The events and the memories of our lives are a mesh of who we are and what makes us tick. Good memories are precious in our minds and should be cherished. We don't always stop to appreciate them like we should when they come around. It is vital that on our journeys through life we stop occasionally to look back and see just how far we have come, and the memories that were had along the way. The people that were met, the hard times that were conquered, and the joy of turning forward and knowing that more of the same joyous memories lay ahead. So this gift is for you as a memento of these memories, so that in 10, 20, or even 50 years from now, you can have this as something to remember this moment and all the moments that it took to get here. When the JRPG tour is complete one day, I hope you will look at this memento of your journey in fondness. Your friend, Kolthor the Barbarian. Thank you for getting rid of them. Do not click the link, guys. Colthor, you're getting me teared up, man. I'm not supposed to do that on stream, dude. Alright. We got a bunch of bubble wrap, first of all. Okay, it slid pretty easily out of the bubble wrap. I killed the chat so that someone couldn't click the link. Or so someone wouldn't type the link in wondering what it is. Alright, so then we got this. I'm trying to... Alright, that's one. Oh, shit. Wow. Holy crap. Alright, guys, well... This is really, really cool. This is a... a top loader SNES that says the Grand J RPG Tour on it. And it's red and black, which are my two favorite color combinations. This is freaking awesome. Holy shit. How did you even do something like this, man? Now I need to find a way to stream with this. There's no getting around that. This has to be a thing. I have to stream something from this. Holy shit, dude. This is awesome. This is incredibly awesome. Is it? Is it really? I didn't even notice. I can't tell because it's a completely different color. This is awesome, man. I don't know what more to say. This is fantastic. I will always look at this fondly. Thank you so much for this. Thank you, man. I'm not gonna cry, okay? Alright. Shit. Thank you, Colthor. That is definitely a fond memory of mine. And will always be. I will absolutely cherish that. Okay. Let me compose myself a little bit here. I don't know what else to say. That's awesome. Thank you. Alright. Let's see here. Let's get the raffle ready, since I know that's why a lot of you are here. Colthor is indeed a good buddy. Between Colthor, Nakurdi, and everyone else, you guys have made these 50 games this past year of the JRPG Tour fantastic. It's this type of stuff that makes me not want to stop. It makes me just want to keep going and going to the next game again and again and again and again. And you guys are incredible. I've met so many people because of this tour. Colthor was right in his letter. This is a year full of memories for me. And that's something all of you did for me. Yeah, I might have played some games, and a lot of you might have watched and things like that, but all of you that have come here and made this tour special and made it what it is, I'm never going to forget this. No matter what game we're on, or how far we make it, or anything like that, I'm never going to forget any of this. Alright, so let's get this ready, guys. Alright, guys. It is raffle time. For those of you that are new to this stream, all you have to do is type in the word raffle. It enters you in a chance to win. Whoever wins gets to pick the next game that I play. It's as simple as that. Just type in the word raffle. You got that chance. Everyone has an equal chance at winning, although other people might think that's not the case. It is. You just have to type in that word raffle. Even if you lurk, even if you just got here, type it in. You got that chance to pick the next game that I play. If you're not familiar with the list, you can go ahead and take a look at the list. And yeah, pick a game. We do have a time limit set for 15 minutes to pick the next game. That's because we've had people in the past win, but not be there to pick the game afterwards. So, yeah. Just take a shot. You've got a chance just like anybody else. This is really cool, Coldor. Now I know why you asked me what my favorite colors were. You asshole. Just randomly out of the blue. I do. It's awesome. It's fantastic. They're not making very much noise. It absolutely does match my chair. Why do you guys think I got this chair in the first place? It's awesome colors, and it's comfortable. You know, one outweighs the other, obviously. Colors are more important. Digimon World 2, I believe, was my least favorite game. Damn it! Alright guys, I think you waited here long enough. Thank you everyone that entered, thank you everyone that stuck around. Thank you for letting me unwrap that very special gift. And being a part of that memory, this memory with me. I really appreciate that. I'm glad it's part of this process so I can always go back and watch it later. But now it's time. Good luck everyone! Alright. Toon Lonk. I think that's the second time you've won, huh? Yeah, you picked Dragon Quest the first time. Congrats, man! I hope you're still here. Let me know that you're here. Let me know what game you're interested in picking. Hey, Overhunter, you won recently. Rigged! Yeah, you didn't enter, man. I checked, your name wasn't here. Nakurti didn't enter either, and neither did Eltanin, so you guys can't yell at them. I mean, you're welcome to argue with me. I liked a lot of the aspects about that game, but there was also aspects about it I didn't like. Overall, it was an enjoyable experience, though. It's definitely a solid game. I enjoyed it more than the first one. That's for sure. Nin! I'm sorry, Nin! One of these days, Seth. Oh yeah, that's right. Everyone's Eltanin and Nakurti's ult, so... That must have been Eltanin that one again. Well, I saw the list command come up, so Toon Monk's definitely looking for something. Have you ever been here for a raffle, Nin? Ever? Oh yeah! Minis, look at this. Look at this, man. This thing's freaking awesome. Pure Solar. That's the game that was released later on, right? It was like re-released for a console, for the Sega or something like that. I think that's the one. So it's a game that was created not overly long ago, maybe like 5-6 years ago, maybe a little bit longer, and made for, I think, the Sega? Yeah, I think it's for Genesis. I think there's a PC version of it, which I'll likely be playing, the PC version, over trying to get a copy. Altanin, thank you for the 50 bits, man. But, again, like I said, as long as it had a console release, it's fair game, and it's definitely an RPG, so... Alright, it was picked by... Let's see. I always forget if you have a number, and you do have a number. It's too long. Yeah, it just would have autofilled. First time played. Yes. Why is this text always white? Let me... Colthor, thank you for the 50 bits, man. Happy 50 indeed. 50 games down, guys. We did it. Only 700 to go. Actually, probably more than 700 to go. Alright. Can go ahead and mark this one green. I've never won a raffle either, man. It's okay. I feel your pain. And then some people have won crap tons of them. Is it... Let me... You can tell me if I pronounce it wrong, which I likely will. I'm gonna say it like Tuesday, so Tushiro, is it? Thank you so much for the 50 bits, man. I really appreciate that. Thank you for that support, guys. Can't even spell, still groggy? What's up, Lime? I'm sorry, dude. Oh, Lime, look at this, man. Look at this thing. Yeah, you missed this then, I'm sure. This thing is freaking awesome. Colthor, dude. Colthor, you are a crazy person. Yeah, it is sick. It's awesome. Tushiro. Alright. Tushiro it is. I will attempt to not mispronounce it. Yeah, I always win the JRPG tour because you like JRPGs. That's a good way of looking at it. Alright, guys. So, it's a bit early. It's only 7:30, so I think what I'm gonna do here is I think I'll cut stream for posterity's sake of, getting the VOD and stuff like that later and having it separate and everything else. I'm gonna go get some food, and I'm gonna check around to see what my friends are doing, to see if they wanted to play anything or do anything. If not, though, I might start some Breath of Fire 2 tonight. My schedule's a little bit different this week because I'm in training for work. I'm learning new stuff, basically. It's like taking a college course, but in a week, kind of, with a product and learning everything. So... my schedule is I start at 9 in the morning with that, and that can go anywhere from like 5 to 6 p.m., sometimes later. However, again, if people are busy and stuff like that tonight, I might just hop back on and do some streaming, maybe around 8 or 8:30 or so for a couple of hours. So, if I do, I'll see you guys then. But for now... As always, I'm gonna send you guys somewhere. Maybe I can introduce you to someone new. Yeah, it's on Steam. I'll likely get the Steam version of it because I don't want to look at getting a physical copy. Colthor, thank you again for the 50 bits. Alright, let's see who is streaming here. Who can I host? Banana. This song was definitely in Manakamiya as well. And I want to know where, like, the parallel was from Pamela and how she got to the school and things like that. It's very confusing to me. But she was in both games, so... No problem, guys. Thanks for sticking around. Thanks for making this an awesome memory for me. I really appreciate that. There was only a few tears, okay? It's socially acceptable. As long as you're in, my voice just cracked there. I'm still emotional, okay? Anyway, I'm gonna host Background Guy here. He is doing some last story. So stop by, say hi, show him some support. If I hop back on, I hope to see you guys then. If not, I hope to see you tomorrow. Regardless, have a great rest of your night. Actually, you know what? We're not gonna host, we're gonna raid, because that's what we do when we finish a game. So we're gonna raid with Barrel, okay? Shout your barrels, guys. Any type of barrel variation you want, just as long as you're shouting it, okay? Pick your favorite character and how they said barrel, and go ahead and type it up for the raid. Spam him, guys. I want him to have nothing but barrel in his chat. To the point where he has to say it out loud, so we get to capture the BGG version of barrel. Alright? Spam it for him. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much.